So before we begin, real fast, sorry for the background noise. I have a fan running because it's freaking hot. Because this is our third time in 5 weeks playing the Browns. Again, I'm not going to go over their roster. Merely going to look at their injury report, which will look a little bit different, and then hop right into it. Broken ribs. DJ Fletcher still has. Brian Lambert got his abdominal tear playing us, and Anthony Rotto suffered a broken hand. So those are their injuries. Meanwhile, our injuries consist of Edaug-Ethanb with his upper arm fracture. So yeah, the Browns were defeated twice by us. Let's finish them off here. They actually had a pretty good run though, because they did win their first game with a field goal win over or a 3-point win over Denver, which is probably a field goal. So yeah, let's get moving. Playing them at home this time.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it is permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And they'll go on the ground. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
First
Now
effing play and West Gentry is hurt again.
Well, he gets
Honestly, I'm surprised. I thought he'd at least last halfway through the quarter. But clearly he wasn't even good enough or healthy enough to make it that far. Despite having a 90 overall injury rating, West Gentry gets hurt more often than people with 50 overall injury ratings.
They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside. The 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Space to run past the 20. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throw left side complete. It's Holland.
Fucking kidding. Sorry, I'm pissed off.
Cleveland.
The goddamn replay. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. I have control of him, but he just shuffles. I have control, trying to get him to not shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I couldn't even make him dive for the friggin' sack. And then when I go for the dive, I'm angling it directly at him, dive straight instead
As
of
his
making the
guys are in
turn
for
at it.
6, and the Browns have taken the
Gotta
early
be kidding me,
lead.
game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Shoves him aside, and now running right through him. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard.
What the heck was that? Makes it through. Is running and then just falls.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go. Brand.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Silva. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Come on, let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Fucking kidding.
Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively.
I love
You
it
and
when
I
I can
often
tell when the
talk
game
about
is
an
rigged
offense's
against me,
ability
and
to
this
keep
is
a
one of them.
defense
How
off
can I
balance
tell?
with what they're doing. I think the
Interception,
converse is
skill
true in
lore,
this game.
I
shuffle,
think you're
shuffle,
right. They seem to have gone off
shuffle,
tendency
all
quite a
that
bit,
fun
but
stuff.
only the second
Passes
quarter.
being
A lot of time
blocked.
and this is caught. And he's
Um,
going to take it in for a
I don't mean
Steeler
like I'm scripted to
touchdown.
lose the game. I mean like
A
the
big
scripting is
play
such that, like with
there.
MLB The Show, the
44
scripting is such that you're gonna hit
yards.
an ad.
And the Steelers are able to strike
With
for
Madden, the
6.
scripting is usually that the
And correct me if
NPCs
I'm wrong,
are
that was
better
just a
able
simple
to
fly
block
route, wasn't it?
stuff
No,
or
there's
get
nothing to
interceptions.
correct at all.
So
You got it down pat. And
it's
I
just
just remember
frustrating.
as a player,
Or
I'd be in
that play
practice
with less
sessions,
entry or script.
and I'd
You
hear
heard no from
9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Set. 319. 319.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming fourth down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Cut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Elliott puts this one through. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Jacksonville Jaguars who are moving on to the next round as they defeat the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever. Vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both